Shalom. Today's Daf Yomi is Shabbos Daf Kuf Test Shabbos 119. And today's Daf Yomi, the Gemara is telling us beautiful teachings about the mitzvah of honoring Shabbos and the reward that one gets for honoring the Shabbos. So there was a person whose name was Yosef Mokir Shabbai. There was a person whose name was Yosef, and this person was so special that he used to honor the Shabbos. Yosef Moker Shabbat. He's known as Yosef, the one who honors the Shabbos. There was a person who was not Jewish who lived in his neighborhood. And this non-Jewish person had a lot of money. Amrile Kaldai. So the person, like an astrologer, said to this non-Jew, he said to him, Yosef Moker Shabbai, all your possessions, one day they're going to fall into all of your possessions are going to fall into the property of Yosef, the one who honors Shabbos. So this non-Jew who heard this vision from the astrologer, he wanted to make sure that Yosef wouldn't take all of his possessions. So he went and he sold all of his possessions. Zaben behu marganita, and with what did he do with all his money? He took and he bought a very precious jewel, like a pearl, and usva b'sayene, and he made a special hat, a felt hat, and he put this special jewel in the hat, and he put this special jewel with all the others' jewels. But then what happened was that he was passing by the river one day, and he was walking on the bridge, and and then came along a wind, and it knocked his hat into the river, and the hat had the very precious jewel in it. Shadia b'maya and bale kavran. So this hat was thrown into the water, and a fish swallowed the pearl. So askua asua apanya demaleshabasa. So then what happened was that the fishermen came and they caught this fish, which they didn't know what was inside it, and they brought it to the market to prepare for Shabbos. And they say, Amri man zaben kihashta, who's going to buy this fish now for Shabbos? Amri lahu zilu amtil gabe Yosef makir Shabbat deragal zabin. So they said to the fishermen, go and bring Yosef, the one who honors Shabbos, because he always buys fish for Shabbos. Zamnu. So they brought him the fish, and he bought it for Shabbos. Kare, then he tore open the fish. Ashkache be marganita. He found this very special jewel in it. And then he sold it, and he received for it 13 full golden sacks filled with gold in return for this jewel. Saba. So there was an older person who met him, and generally Tosfos and Chulin tells us that anytime it says Ahu Saba, that this is Elijah the prophet. So he says so Yosef Mokir Shabbasa meets Eliyahu the Navi, and he said to Yosef, Man dezayev Shabbata pare Shabbata. Somebody who escorts the Shabbos, meaning to say, somebody who spends a lot of money on behalf of Shabbos, Shabbos is always going to pay him back. And from here we have the principle that whatever money we spend on Shabbos is going to be repaid to us. It's from Yosef Mokir Shabbasa, from Yosef, the one who values the Shabbos. So there's a number of ways that we need to interpret this story. One of the things, first of all, is we should point out that in the Sheltos Rav Achai Gaon, he has an addition to this story. Our story ends there, but in the Sheltos Rav Achai Gaon, he says, what happened to this non-Jew? So according to his version of it, that the non-Jew saw it and he realized that his whole life was wrong, and so he went and he died because he didn't follow this path. And this teaches us that somebody can have this just awakening that their whole life is going down the wrong path. But that's the way I interpret the story. That it's a fundamental thing that that one who spends their money on proper things, it's showing how much they value the proper things in life. What about the reward that he received for this? We have a principle that a person is supposed to only get reward in the world to come. And here the Yosef Mokir Shabbasa, the Yosef who is honoring the Shabbos, he's rewarded in this world. So what's the reason for that? So the Chida discusses this question, and he says that Yosef was concerned that he's going to be concerned that he's receiving this world, and therefore as a result he's going to lose this reward in the world to come. And that's why we have this principle that to teach us this, that even though we have this principle of schar mitzvah b'hai amalek, even though we have this principle that in this world there is no reward for everything. Nevertheless, if a person does additional things that's beyond the scope of what's required, that a person will receive reward in this world. And so therefore, since Yosef was doing extra things for Shabbos in this world more than that was necessary, until it became so much so that everybody knew about him that his name was Yosef Mokir Shabbos, and when the fisherman comes, they ran to bring him Shabbos. Therefore, he was able to receive more reward even in this world, and so therefore he was given a dag. Because what is the gematria of dag? Dag has a numerical value of dalad gimel. It's 7. That symbolizes Shabbos, and also so he's going to be rewarded for his devotion to Shabbos, and also just like the ayin hara doesn't rest on fish, so too it won't rest on him. The Ben Yoyada explains also it's this idea that there's this loan, that everything we spend, if we're giving it on our own, it's like we're lending it out, and Hashem is, if it's done for additional things, and Hashem is going to pay us back for it in this world. That's the concept here of that even though in general we say schar mitzvah b'hai amalek, when it comes to extra things we're doing, we're rewarded for them, or we're paid back for them even in this world.